fabulous show, wasn't it? And yeah, it's a lovely way to sign off. It's also 10 years. You were with me in Singapore 7 years ago. You've supported all the way, so I'm very proud tonight. I'm very proud that as a nation we've achieved something that I knew we always would, and that the story. I'm not sad tonight because actually the story really only begins from here. And if we do all the other stuff with the pride and the passion and the purpose and the partnership that we've enjoyed in the last 7 years, we'll get there.
I'm sure we will get there. But Seb, I mean, what have these games and bringing these games to London meant for you personally, first as an athlete and also as the big boss at Locom?
Well, I'll always be an athlete. I'll always have the mindset of an athlete. Once you've competed, once you've been involved in sport, that's the landscape you're most comfortable in. And for me, it was always about delivering for the athletes. If you get it right for the athletes, you get it right across the project. Apart from anything else, if you give them the right service levels, you know what they're like. We're all a miserable lot, actually, most of the time. We actually respond to that. We break world records. We compete because we're enjoying doing it. And that then feeds into the atmosphere. So actually, we've talked a lot about the great British crowds here, and they have been generous to a fault. But actually, the atmosphere has been generated by the Olympians and the Paralympians, and that's what the world is talking about. We're talking. I'm very proud to be British tonight. I'm very proud that we made this in Britain, but actually the whole world has been watching on and talking about this for the last 7 weeks, and it's just wonderful to be able to be a part of that.
I think it's interesting what you're talking about on a global side. And one thing that Oscar Pistorius mentioned is he said, after us holding the games here, we're forcing the rest of the world to see disability through the eyes of the British.
In my few words tonight, I hope I got the point over that we're never going to see sport the same way. We're never, not in our lifetimes are we ever going to see
No, we're not. It's true.
The same way. And we're not going to see disability in the same way. And that was what we set out to achieve in Singapore. It wasn't the top line in Singapore. I don't think
it was the athletes and all the competitors that did all the work, not him.
I've actually got the full impact of the Paralympics in Singapore, but I've understood it by the day, and that's been great. And all my teams have been on that journey with me.
And in terms of offering advice to Rio, what will you say?
When we came out of Beijing, and you remember this, the night after the closing ceremony, actually the night after the opening ceremony, how on earth are you going to follow that? What are you going to do? And I had this conversation with the mayor of Rio tonight, and I said, you don't have to follow us. Just do it differently. You'll do it superbly well. And that's the beauty of Olympic and Paralympic Games, is that they do go around the world. They're truly global, and they're all different. And long may that, remain that way. So don't try and. They're not going to be short of party atmosphere.
No, that's true. That's
true. It'll be a carnival.
And to be honest, following Beijing was a pretty daunting prospect, and we've done it differently, and I think we've done it.
What's he done athletically though? This guy, nothing.
It's been a terrific effort. Seb said that these games were for the athletes, so let's hear from the athletes down on the field of play with Ewan Thomas.
Hello, thanks very much. This is absolutely awesome down here. Swimming team, make some noise. I feel like I'm literally joined by the whole British team down. It's a great atmosphere. We've got the girl of the moment, Ellie. What was tonight like for you?
It was amazing to be celebrating.
Oh, there she is. That brilliant,
Great Britain as well, and yeah, to be honoured to be able to do that.
She's made a dame for what she's done.
Because you ran past
Brilliant.
I was going to speak to you and I thought, well, you're in a hurry. You obviously had a pretty important role tonight.
Yeah, it was great to be honoured to be able to extinguish the flame and from an end of the Great Paralympics.
And I think it's been fantastic. It's a bit of sadness tonight, do you think?
I think it is, but it's been an unbelievable games, and it's a perfect end to perfect games.
I think it's been absolutely fantastic. Do you know what? Let's make one last massive amount of noise for London. Come on!
When the athletes say it's been a perfect end to a perfect games, everybody can smile in quiet satisfaction, even Adam Hills.
That's right, yeah.
Australia. Now, you were doing the commentary for Australian telly. What did you make of the closing?
Oh, just amazing. I mean, Alex Brooker and I had a chat during the week.